What's going on, everybody? My name is Mr. Aquaman, and I wanted to take some time out of my day to go over the Kotal Kahn changes in the latest patch to Mortal Kombat 11. I love Kotal Kahn. That's really the only person I care about in the game, so I'm going to go over, and who I main, by the way. But I just want to go over all of the changes that are coming to the character, the implementation of those changes, and how the character is kind of looking competitively, as this balance patch really did change competitive Mortal Kombat pretty much entirely. It was an addition of a third competitive variation, as well as, with someone like Kotal Kahn, a lot of actual balance changes to the character. We didn't see that with a lot of the cast, but Kotal Kahn was one of the specific ones where he got a lot changed to his core moveset that I think are going to be really big for the character competitively. So I'm gonna waste no time. I suck at YouTube. I don't pre-record anything. I don't edit anything. I just try to do these in one straight shot like it's live. So I'm gonna get right into the match. I'm gonna get right into showcasing every single change that happened in this balance patch. I'm gonna go through each line one by one in those balance patches. I will put a link to that in the description below. But let's get right into it. Let's jump into the game, baby. All right, right out of the gate. Change number one is that they did add a third competitive variation to this character. And what that ended up being, it's called Bullock, and it is the damage totem, the defensive totem, which we kind of saw coming. I made the read on that, but what I did not expect to come in this variation was the Grand Discus, which is the amplified toss, not directed raise, which is the beam, which is what I thought it was going to be. But where he Herculeanly chucks it across the screen moving forward. They also made a lot of adjustments to this. So first thing we're going to go over is the fact that they did add a third competitive variation to Kotal Kahn. Offensive totem, damage buff. Defensive totem, damage taken decrease. And then the Grand Discus. That's what this character has, as well as the base moves. You have your mid swing and project. Mid-swing and paddle, that side switches on amplify. Of course, the disc, the regular ray that you can, of course, amplify and send. And the ground pound, unblockable. So, this is Kotal Kahn's third variation. It's going to be awesome. I expect to see this competitively, at least for a little bit. Right now, just the strength of the defensive, putting up a God Ray, I think this is going to be a very defensive variation, but can also be incredibly very, offensive. Look how much damage you're putting out, you know what I mean? So I'm not going to get too into the specifics of that variation and all that fun stuff because I need time with it all. The patch just dropped yesterday. This is my first time getting into it heavily. I did have a tournament that I had to run right after the patch came out, so we're getting right into it. Change number two is that not in this variation, this is actually a Ascension change, which is one that was universally, where's Conwick at? There he is. This was universally asked for. This is, and I'm sure you guys have already seen it on Twitter, because I freaked out for one. Messed up wave dash in the command grab, but is that you can now choose on Amplify what side they are on. So you can, this is just everything, you get one hit here from half screen into a con cut, and you're going to get some massive damage here and keep them in the corner. That's what's absolutely scary about Ascension right now. Is look at that, 400 in the corner. You make one more mistake, you're going to eat another 400 still in the corner. And here's what's scary is that if you open them up again, like, you're on the third hit, you're going to have another one. So they can literally die in 3 hits in the corner as Ascension. So that's a pretty big deal. When it comes to that. Let's hop back over to the third variation. That was change number two to Kotal Kahn, is that you can choose sides with that command grab. I automatically cried. I'm an Ascension main. I'm going to be an Ascension main after the patch, simply because of that. I'm an aggressive Kotal Kahn player. Some of you more defensive Kotal Kahn players should definitely play that third variation. Totemic didn't really get many changes aside from the core changes just to make him better overall, but I think that Ascension and Bullock are going to be the big two when it comes to competitive. And how different of a style they're going to be. Ascension, pure mix-up heavy, command grab heavy, damage, just We're definitely going to see. So let me go back to Bullock because, like I said, there were some changes to the amplified disc, the Grand Discus, in that variation that's pretty cool. There are some pretty cool changes that I didn't think to look for right out of the gate. Let's see. The hit region increased from the disc. And this is universal Kotal Kahn buff right here. Is that the hit region was increased for that, which is nice. They increased the hitbox for it. But let me see if I can do this right. Nope, it's AI options. See, I already messed up, chat. And or viewers at home. See, I'm used to saying chat because I'm a live guy. So let's get in here and we're gonna put her on reversal. Oh no. I'm just gonna record. I'm gonna do a Hell's Wrath. I'm gonna stand just outside of it. You see I'm just outside of it? Before, let me go full screen. Before, you had to be at full screen for that to crushing blow. Now, I found the sweet spot just outside of Hell's Wrath range, where they've significantly decreased the range of that crushing blow requirement. I think that's effing awesome. Now, on top of that, they also made it so that this one will also, this is kind of hard to set up, but that one will also crushing blow, but you have to kind of be in range. So from full screen, it really sets up that crushing blow to where, you know, the forward movement doesn't take you out of the old crushing blow range. So on top of that, by the way, I believe here, I think you can do both in one match too. Thank you for hitting me, Cetron. I appreciate it. That's what I've always wanted, so you can do that one. Okay, so only one of those per match. I didn't know that. I thought that you could have done both per match, but nope. It looks like we are stuck to just one disc crushing blow per match. But even so, right, you have the opportunity to do the full screen amplified or even full screen working out. But also right here, almost at jump distance, still gonna catch. As long as it catches a punish of anything, literally anything, bam, gonna get that crushing blow. So that is awesome. Let's set her back to nothing. So that's really cool. That is a disc buff. And then the first hit of the amplified version of this. So first hit of the amplified version of that has had a decrease in startup of only 2 frames. So it went from 28 frames to 26 frames. Also had its hitbox increased. And the air hit reaction changed. Now, also on the amplified version of this, the block stun increased by 10 frames with pushback increased. The second hit of it also became a mid. Hitbox increased. Had its block stun increased by 5 frames with pushback. 6 frames more recovery added too. Basically, it's safe on block. I think it's -1 in the frame data. Let's go and take a look at the amplified disc. -1 on block. Now, you do really cool stuff like that. Ooh, she tried to do something. Wait a minute. Why? You are in reversal, aren't you? I am so sorry. -1, right there. Nice little forward 3 range. If you're feeling balls on the forward 1, it is a high, so. Again, forward 3 range is what I like to call that, not necessarily forward 1 range. Now, you guys might be thinking that's kind of like, whoa, you know, string into that. Now, here's what's interesting is that this is a high, but if you notice, mid in the pressure. So that's, I'm curious if that can get low profiled. I'll do more tests later on, but that's looking really strong right now. Now, there is a weakness I did find looking at this, which is we're going to go ahead and put her on block all and flawless block. Is that anything into it, the first one can be flawless block. So, like, do this. That first one can be flawless block, but there's no gap in the middle of them. So if you've missed it, you're going to be holding that -1. But that still seems really cool for this third variation Bullock, just to have something added in that pressure on top of, you know, having these bad boys up. And you're like, okay, I can die at any hit, while also having a little bit of safety there. But good luck flawless blocking that. I'm just going to say that right now. Good luck flawless blocking that. Everyone watching this trying to find the dirt how to defeat Kotal Kahn. That's still going to be tricky because he can mix up off so many things. And wait a minute. Okay. Did that jail? Woo! Okay, so forward 1 into it. Really good, but also a high, so. We take it, you know what I mean? All right, let's set her to off here and get back to nitty-gritty as to what's coming next. So those are all the disc changes, a lot of them. Safe on block, mid up close. The amplified can cause a crushing blow. The range of the crushing blow decreased, and the hitboxes overall have been enlarged. lot of frame data changes. It's really cool. That is in Bullock specifically, but also there were some universal Sundisk ones. I call it Sundisk. I'm an MKX player. Next one. Fixed an issue with the totems that could cause 3 single totems to provide a larger buff than 3 stacked totems. So before the patch, everyone would put up 2 and then try to get in a range of... Man, my wave dash is kind of on point with this video. They would come here, put on a 3rd, and this would do more damage than all 3 stacked together. Now you saw that in 168. They fixed that so that stacking is what you want to do, whereas before stacking wasn't what you wanted to do when we were messing with it before this patch. Very smart stuff, NRS, on fixing that. Next bounce change is fixed an issue with the sword playing an incorrect animation at the end. So bug fix with God Ray not fading out in certain instances. Another bug fix where the disc was unable to execute a crushing blow for the rest of the match if interrupted in a specific situation to where like you got hit on the punish, like it was a trade, right? I think that was a really big issue. Fixed an audio issue with that as well. They fixed a specific bug with the Tontaha burst, which is not competitive at all and is the worst move I think of all time. So we're not even going to talk about that. That's not competitive. You're never even going to see that. Now, let's get into the universal changes. I'm going to come off of this variation because I like Ascension, ladies and gentlemen. Also because I like the skin I put on this morning. All right. These are universal, normal, and string changes to Kotal Kahn. This is his core improvement right here. Number 1. Forward 1-2 is now -6 on block, which is a nerf. -6 on block. Next one. 1-2-2 is +1 on block, up from -6. So they put the -6 there. Also, it feels like it recovers way quicker than it used to, even though it's more minus. The animation's quicker on the 1-2, which is just so cool. So -6. +1. There's a flawless blockable gap in there. Flawless blockable gap in the 1-2-2. The reason why I picked Ascension is because you now have a multiple way mix stand 1. Off of jumping and stand 1, you could do, I mean, just command grab raw. Stand 1 in a command throw. 1-2 command grab, which is a brand new buff that's crazy. Or you can end in the plus frames, B +1. The pushback to it is pretty significant though, but you're still in that magical 4-3 range, which is really good if they try to jump, little things like that, or just wave dash, you know, plus frames, and get a little micro dash normal or like a micro dash grab, depending on the situation, depending on the spacing, especially in the corner. Oof. That's messing up my dashing there. So that is the 1-2 and 1-2-2 change that they've added into the game. That's for the other 2 variations. It's just going to create a mind game of staggers with stand 1, normal throws. He's got double crushing blows on his throws. Why not? And then just go for the plus frames right there, or staggering that and then throwing it at down 3, looking for some hits done to regenerate some pressure. So that's 1-2-2. Royal backhand is forward 1. That was not forward 1. You know what? Let's do a restart. This is forward 1. The Royal Backhand, which is the coolest name for that normal that there could be. Has 2 changes to it. It is 1 frame quicker, so it's 10 frames. And it is more plus on hit. It was only +1 on hit, so it made like hit staggers really hard. It was +1 on hit, now it's +6 on hit. Forward 1-2. Used to be -1 on hit. It was awful. Now it's +8 on hit. So he's really got some cool hit staggers. And again, this is really Ascension, more Ascension specific stuff, to where, you know, you have more hit advantage there. Sorry, I missed my dash. You know, +8, you can really have him hold some pressure there. As -1, you're actually losing out on down 3 trades on hit right there. And then you can generate more pressure because that does jail. It's going to jail even harder now on hit. And you may even be able to gel it off a down 1 now. Let's actually check to see if that 1 frame difference. I have not labbed this. We're going to lab this live. I have not checked to see if it jails off a down 1 now, which was a really big issue of his. What am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing anymore. What am I doing? I need to do movement duck. Okay. Oof. Oh, it's so tight. It's so tight, but it is there. It's also the stand one, but forward 1 is the bait right there. That's where your oh man, that's where your big hit confirm is. Oof. That's so tight. It's so tight. Just go for down 3. It's so much. I say that right. So much better. And look at this. Look at this. Because of the side switch, you no longer have to give up all your damage in the corner position. You still have him here. You're just chilling, which is incredible. Ignore that. That was the forward 1-2 change. Now +8 on hit, which is the forward 1-2. Okay. Now we're gonna get into another big change. It's 2-2-1. I'm gonna see the jump over here. Really tight. 2-2-1. Let's go and have her stand for us. I'm bad at operating these menus, guys. I do apologize. 2-2-1. Was safe on block. Did only launch in the corner. Now has 5 more frames of hit advantage, which means that they're in the air for 5 frames longer. It's -13 on block, which is punishable. And it has a different hit reaction, which I think to them just means that it just hits them higher, I guess. I don't know their exact terminology on this, but they gave it more hit advantage to give you room to combo, and it does combo mid screen. It is tight. You have to dash cancel a forward 1, and I'm gonna do it for you. It's pretty late, but there it is. So mid-screen off a 2-2-1, looking at about 30% for a bar, corner carry, damage buff. You have a damage buff, all that fun stuff. And it's really good to gel off a down 3. To catch people trying to press. It's definitely going to take us some time. It's a lot later than you think. Oof. It's definitely going to take me some time. But it is there, even on females, which is the ultimate test. So 2-2-1, universal change. Also in the corner, let's go ahead and take her to the corner. I could have just said it in the menu, but ignore me. Is that there's enough hit advantage to like double launch, which I found right when I was looking at it. So you can get in a little drop of a combo right there. I'm fast. Is that you can double launch with a con cut there. And because of the universal change to the command grab, you're hitting like a truck. Get back to the corner. Have a nice day. 2-2-1, baby. Which I think. Let me let this damage buff run out. I think it like something like that might be more optimal than say a 2-2-1. Maybe. It's about the same. Anyways, you can do cool stuff off of it. 2-2-1. That's a change. And the final change to Kotal Kahn was a 3-frame speed up of 4-2. Looks just a little quicker. 19 frames rather than 22. Which is just nice. That's just a quality of life improvement here for Kotal Kahn. I personally think that Ascension here is gonna be an absolute powerhouse, simply because of the mix-up of the command grab off of the 1-2, like I showed off earlier. The fact that you get him in the corner, and you're going to average about 400 damage every touch, and they're still in the corner, and if they guess wrong, they die. Ladies and gentlemen, they die. There are some really cool things on males only on their hitbox, to where you can kind of double launch mid-screen off of that and get underneath their hitbox, but there's still a lot of stuff that we're discovering as Kotal players. I'm super excited. I've seen every Kotal player that I know of getting in that lab, trying to find as many things as possible. I think this character is going to be really good here in this patch. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. Ascension and that 3rd variation to where you can load up the double buff of damage and defensive. That's really the goal. Get 2 offensive and then 1 defensive because it's the slower one, and then you have those double buffs, and then you're just gonna hit hard. You're gonna hit like a truck, and you're going to take no damage. That is what Bullock is all about. You can play it more aggressive, but I think that the defensive style is actually going to be the way to play it, which is why I probably won't be maining it. I'm an aggressive Kotal Kahn. I'm probably the most aggressive Kotal Kahn that there's ever been, and that's why you're going to see me stick around here in Ascension. You know, wave dashes, command grabs are just how I've adapted to play this character, and that's how I'm going to continue to play the character. I like to be as scary as humanly possible, and the command grab keeping you in the corner is going to make him absolutely frightening to me overall. So yeah, great improvements. He can jail up down 3 into his things, which was a buff in the last patch, which he's got 2 launches off of now. You know, take it from your forward 1-2s. The forward 1 buff did make it a little easier on some of these combos too. Like those, I didn't go forward enough on that one. Ooh, not at all. Like right there, like that was actually pretty hard against females pre-patch. Let me make sure that it's not too hard. I just suck at dashing into that one. I just suck at this, guys. So there we go. That'll take a little practice, but that did get easier. Ain't no get on the corner. Yay! 30% mid-screen. 10 frame starters. Let's go. Yeah! We're getting consistently. So it did help out a lot of things. That 1 frame is going to help out a little bit with the crushing blow. The trickier conversions off the crushing blows if you want to go for those big damages, right? Off like 4, 1, 2, 2. I haven't tested this at all, so. Oh yeah, that felt fantastic. And you don't have to give it the corner here for cashing out on max damage. Look at that. Have a nice day. You know what I mean? Ooh, that's unfortunate. But you guys get where I'm going at, where you don't have to sacrifice damage, and they made things a little bit easier as far as execution-wise with the character. So, Kotal's looking fantastic this patch. I'm so excited as a Kotal Kahn main. I know I play with a lot of Kotal Kahn players. I talk to a lot of them. I know they're all incredibly excited right now. People that don't play Kotal Kahn are pretty excited about this character. He's going to be scary. He's going to be in your face. Ascension's going to be in your face. Totemic's still going to be the same, just with his quality of life improvements. Yeah, that is really all that I can say about the character post-patch. Those were all of the changes. You guys saw how they're implemented game plan-wise, the uses for them. We're going to find more. This is not a complete Kotal Kahn guide. I just wanted to go over the patch notes, the changes to the character, and how I feel about it, and showcase how I feel it's going to be implemented. I'm just looking at Kotal Kahn. I didn't realize how buff the character is. Not to get sidetracked. This dude is ripped. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed my little tutorial on all of the changes and their implementation. If you guys have any questions, please ask below. I'll try my best to answer them, or on Twitter, or on the stream. I'll be live a lot playing this character. I can't wait to mix some fools and absolutely massacre them. I'm so excited. There's also more skins, more brutalities that haven't been found. They did show off 2 skins that looked like they were going to be from the Combat League, like black and gold that looked like the old Injustice tournament shaders. And then there was like a black and blue one that was really dark, but it was really cool. It was almost like it was very muted in colors, but I really liked the color scheme of it. So we still got more stuff to do. We've still got more stuff to grind. I can't wait to see some more brutalities when and if we find them. I think we're still looking for a potential brutality from the last patch too that's out there hidden. So Kotal Kahn players rejoice. Praise the sun. I think we're doing just fine here post patch. I'm not going to go over any other characters because I honestly don't care about them. I'm a Kotal Kahn guy. That was Kotal Kahn. If you guys find anything, please let me know. Guys are still finding stuff as we speak. I just saw that double pickup on male characters right before making this and getting in the lab. Like I said, for the first time kind of myself with the character. I'm going to keep playing them. If I find anything, I'll post it. You guys feel free to do the same. We're all one community here. All right. This isn't about trying to make one person look good. And that was Cthulhu_saves that actually found that double con cut launch mid-screen on Twitter. So shout outs to him. He's been playing Kotal Kahn since MKX. So that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that little breakdown of the patch and Yeah, if you guys want to, try out Kotal Kahn. He's looking pretty good right now. Thank you guys for watching. I will be back with some more Kotal Kahn stuff, a lot more tournaments here on this YouTube channel. I know I'm doing a lot of tournaments lately, but I'm gonna upload some sets from when I get into matches tonight, next day, for the next couple of weeks, especially with this new Kotal Kahn, and showcase what he's all about. To me, I may not be the best, but I am gonna show you guys a really aggressive Kotal Kahn. I hope you guys are excited for that. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care.